What is up, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new episode of WB Content. And yesterday, Night of Champions. Um, for a wrestling fan like me, I had high expectations about this show. I mean, it was King and Queen of the Ring. It was a triple threat match for the Undisputed Championship. We had two other title matches for both men and women's United States Championships. And then, of course, we had the crazy, electrifying cage match that went down yesterday. But if I had to give a score of the of Night of Champions plus the matches, what they did to the finishers, I'd say maybe. I hate to say it, but my score for that freaking event was 5 out of 10. It would have been a 6, but of course, things sort of changed up for everybody, and most of the matches were a little bit boring. They were boring to watch. I didn't understand half of the process, and on top of that, Jay Cargill. So it was like, what the heck's going on right now? But other than that, I'm honestly, besides the score 5 out of 10, it wasn't bad. I'm not saying it was bad or anything. But then you got people complaining about Jey Uso, and they got people complaining about, Liv Morgan, like, why is she a champion, and why is she in Queen of the Ring? And then, of course, the famous Jade Cargill, which we all know had a little bit of a few slip-ups the past few weeks leading up to Night of Champions. Of course, the famous botched wig movement that happened, that's been all over social media recently. And then on top of that, you had the triple threat match between Cody, Sammy, and Gunther. People still hate Sammy, or they're not backing him up anymore. Gunther, no one likes Gunther, so we're just gonna toss that out the window. And then Cody Rhodes, people like him, but then they're bored of seeing him as a champion. I mean, it's just a bunch of the last few weeks leading up to Night of Champions, it's been very, very, very controversial. I mean, people like Sammie Zayne, but they don't like Sammie Zayne. People hate Gunther and they don't want to see him as a champion. But then you love Cody, but you don't want to see him as a champion anymore. You want to see him do something else or something. And then with Jey Uso, it's like people love him and people hate him. I mean, throughout the past few weeks when he's been winning King of the Ring tournaments, he has been getting the most dislikes on YouTube recently. And what's funny is that yesterday, before Night of Champions, I was watching the videos, last minute of like promos or anything to do with Night of Champions, anything to do with King of the Ring tournaments happening. And then what James was said kind of got to me. He's like, I'm all about family and family above everything. I gotta protect them at all costs, no matter what. I gotta do what I gotta do to protect them. Look. People hate me. People hate me. People love me, but they still watch me. And I'm like, damn, I didn't think about that, but that's very true. It's like some Jey Uso fans, they hate the guy, but they still watch him. And people love the guy, but they still watch him. It's like a whole situation right now. It's like you love this wrestler or you hate this wrestler. Either way, you're watching that wrestler on TV, whether it's promos, whether it's backstage segments, whether it's a match, whether it's a title match, whatever the case is, you still watch that specific wrestler. And that goes for everybody. Heck, that dates back to the freaking 1980s or something when in the 80s we had bad guys like Andre the Giant or Macho Man Savage when him and Hulk Hogan had that beef back in the day with Miss Elizabeth. Like, these rivalries and these people who hated wrestlers dates back to the 1980s, but people still watch them. Heck, when Hulk Hogan was a bad guy in the NWO, people actually love the guy, and they were wearing NWO shirts all over the country. So it's like, guys, whether you hate Jey Uso or you love Jey Uso, whether he's champion, whether he's not champion, whether he's King of the Ring, not King of the Ring, Money in the Bank tag team, I don't care what he wins. You still watch him on TV, and that's all they can ask for. For Queen of the Ring, I mean, Danhausen, what do you have against the Judgment Day? I mean, to be fair, I don't care about Liv Morgan, or I don't care about JD or whatever. I mean, I do care about him, but not in the sense where you curse him, whatever. But what do you have against the Judgment Day? Like, I get it, Dominic, he kind of confronted you and everything, but all you had to do was give him the money. I mean, this guy paid you, I think, 50 G's. You could have just paid him back the money and called it a freaking day. But no, you have to curse JD McDonough and he gets electrocuted. Then, of course, Liv is trying to tell you you have to give Dominic his money back, and then you curse Liv Morgan before her match. Like, Danhausen. I say this with love. Can you not curse my favorite wrestler Dominic, please? I mean, look, I love Dominic. I don't want him to be cursed. He has a lot on his plate right now with AAA. His father's his boss on AAA. He's got to defend the title. I think against Legado Americano at Triple Mania. He's main eventing Triple Mania on day 2. Maybe just don't curse him before that. I mean, after everything with Triple Mania, you can curse him. I don't care about that. Just please don't curse him before Triple Mania. That's all I ask of you, and thank you. But all in all, look, I'm happy my girl Io won. She deserved it. She's been through so much already with, having a tag team champion with her best friend Rhea Ripley, and then her having a match against her senpai Asuka, and then Asuka let's go back to Japan for family and stuff. And then of course she loses the tag team titles with Rhea Ripley. She has to go to Elimination Chamber. Rhea Ripley has been doing great thus far on SmackDown, and then of course she had to go to SmackDown to be a champion down there. So Io was all alone, and all of us, and all in all honesty, I'm happy that she won. And the first match already announced for SummerSlam, it's gonna be Io Sky versus Liv Morgan for the WWE Women's World Championship. I don't know what's gonna happen if history repeats itself. Like SummerSlam when Damian Priest faced Gunther for the world title, and then Finn Balor sabotaged his match to make sure Gunther won. If we get that with Liv and Io, and Raquel sabotages the match, girl, Liv, if you're listening, I'm just gonna say this for you. You keep your friends close, but your enemies closer. So watch your back. Now, for the cage match, whew, they just skipped going into the cage and went right into getting weapons first. I mean, if it was that the case, if they wanted weapons in the ring where there's freaking steel cages around them or whatever, they should have made a Hell in a Cell match. I mean, hello, Hell in a Cell, it's easier. You can actually get tables, chairs, and whatever, and then you can actually place them better in the cage because it's actually pretty cool that way. But I mean, steel cage, whatever, it was cool. But honestly, in my opinion, it should have been Hell in a Cell. Just saying, for future matches out there, future references for matches out there in WWE. Just saying. But that match, whew, it was more than a match. It was like a redemption arc for Seth Rollins. Him and Braun Breaker have had a history since after WrestleMania. Seth took him in under his wing. He trained him. He wanted him to be the best. But then Braun Breaker just threw it all away. He threw it all away. He broke his mentor. But Seth came back. Even though Seth beat him, I think, more than once, it still wasn't enough for Braun Breaker. He wanted more. He wanted to hurt him. He wanted to break him. He wanted to tear down the Visionary. All the spears, all the crazy moves, the Frankensteiner, the hitting of the table, everything you can think of, he did in that cage, and it still wasn't enough to take Seth Rollins down. And the fact that he thought he could beat him, I was just laughing. I'm like, you think you could beat this guy? The Visionary, the Architect, the Shield. You really can't. I said that to you before. You can't beat him, and my prediction was right, and he whooped your ass in that ring. No, specifically in a cage where it was a bunch of tables and chairs and a trash can involved somehow that got in there, and then a kendo stick. I mean, bro, you went through, I think, 2 curb stomps, a freaking somersault move or whatever on a table. I mean, bro, You were not going to win that match. And now that's all over, Seth could potentially fight somebody else. Say a champion. Say a former Shield brother of his. That history dates back into the 2010s. I'm just saying, you never know. You never know. So after that, we had two title matches. Of course, we had the men's United States title match. I mean, Ricky Saints, he did freaking great. I was really proud of him. Even though he didn't win, he did a really good job. And the classic, the you know what I love is that some rookies bring back classics to WWE. Whether it's like a fancy move that happened in the 80s, or a fancy pose move they do with the audience that reminds you of a famous wrestler you knew growing up as a kid. The fact that he did the light cheat and steal move to Trick Williams on Lil Yachty, the freaking kendo stick hits the steel steps. He throws it to Lil Yachty and he does the fake "ow, I'm hurt, he hit me." I'm like, now that is what I call a classic moment in WWE. The fact that he got to copy that and pay tribute to Eddie Guerrero, I was happy. I'm like, you know what, bro? I give you respect because you did a tribute to him. You did a little copy move about Eddie. You took a play out of Eddie's playbook, and I was really happy. So you know what, Ricky Saints, I respect you, and I cannot wait to see you as a champion. I'm sad that it wasn't a Night of Champions, but this is not the end, my friend. This is the beginning for your career and what you're doing on SmackDown. I can't wait to see you as a champion. Whether United States or undisputed, either way, I'll be happy. The women's, oh my god, the women's. Jade, she's okay. You know what? I'm just gonna say she's trying. I mean, she's trying, but still not enough. It's still not enough. I just don't see it in her. I get it. She's big, she's tough, she's strong. I get that, but at the same time, it's like, girl, what are you doing? And what I liked is how Tiffany was trying to help her with the moves and everything and the hair. I get that. But I knew she wasn't gonna win. I'm sorry. For all you Jade Cargill fans out there, I'm sorry, but I did not want her to win. I'm glad she didn't win. And on top of that, I knew she wasn't gonna win anyway because hello, if you have people involved outside the ring, you're gonna lose. Even when you bring your own people on ringside, you're still gonna lose. I mean, look at the Judgment Day. No offense, Dominic, but you know. But Beefhead and Meechin, they came out, but then Chelsea Green came in with the clutch and she helped Tiffany win. But what was surprising, no, not surprising, what was awesome was how Charlotte Flair appeared and she took the title from Jade because we all knew Jade was going to use the title on Tiffany. The fact that Charlotte Flair traveled all the way to Saudi Arabia to take revenge on Jade Cargill after what she did to Rhea Ripley, after what she did to Alexa Bliss, she made her mark on Jade Cargill, and we all know their rivalry will not end until both these girls are in the ring fighting it out. Now, the main event. The main event. Huh. For all you Sammie Zayne fans out there, diehard Sammie Zayne fans out there, I bet you're happy. You're happy, you're thrilled, you cried when he won. For the others, this match was a bit controversial, I must say. I mean, with Cody and Sammie Zayne's history, their friendship, they did everything together. Dusty Rhodes taught Sammie how to be a good wrestler, a great wrestler, as a matter of fact. He taught him how to be a winner. He taught him how to make the crowd love him, have dope promos whenever he comes out. Dusty Rhodes taught him that. And Cody knew he was going to be the best. Cody knew he was going to be a champion. But at the same time, you've been in the business for so long, and he never got the chance. I mean, he got a chance when he debuted against John Cena for the US title. He had a chance when he teamed up with Kevin Owens to become tag team champions. He had the chance to take down the ring general at WrestleMania to end his 666th day as the Intercontinental Champion. He had all the title shots, he had everything you can imagine, but still wasn't enough to get the world title or undisputed title. Either title, he never won it. And for everybody who was watching, some were happy, some were shocked. Hell, some were angry, and some of them were throwing water balls at the TV. And then you got the other guy who's screaming, "Why? Why did this happen? This is bullshit." To be honest, as a wrestling fan and a Sammie Zayne fan, I didn't know what to feel. Like, when I watched it, one, I was shocked. Two, I wanted to be happy for him. But then as I looked at it, everything that he's done the past I think 10, 20 years in this business, it's like all of a sudden now you want him to be the champion, but now people hate him. Now on SmackDown, when he comes back, the aftermath of Night of Champions, they're gonna boo him out of the arena. Heck, they're probably gonna boo him even more than when Dominic was the North American champion for NXT. I mean, like, Night of Champions, my brain was just so confused of everything. I mean, from start to finish, from the first match to the last match, I didn't know what to think. I'm like, okay, so we have the King of the Ring. He's gonna pick and choose who's gonna fight at SummerSlam. We got Queen of the Ring. She's gonna fight Liv Morgan at SummerSlam, but who knows what's gonna happen at SummerSlam. And then now we have Sami Zayn, who's finally a champion after 20 years in this business, and now people are gonna hate him for it. As for Cody and Gunther, Gunther's still pissed, so that doesn't matter anyway. But Cody, I don't know what Cody's gonna do. I mean, he's lost the title to John Cena. He's lost the title to Drew McIntyre. And now he's lost the title to Sami Zayn. I don't know. I don't know what Cody's gonna do. I don't know what he's gonna say. Heck, I don't even know what he's thinking right now as he lost it in Saudi Arabia, which means he's not going to SummerSlam as a champion, which means he's not gonna fight Obafemi. So, what is that gonna do with Cody? Better yet, is this gonna make Cody change his character? Is he not gonna be the American Nightmare? Is he still gonna be the American Nightmare, but he's a bad guy? Like, what's going on? As for the aftermath, the aftermath is going to be intense. With Roman Reigns coming back, and I'm pretty sure we're going to see a lot of promos, backstage segments, Liv Morgan maybe still crashing out about losing, especially since, Judgment Day wasn't there to support her. I mean, there's a lot going on right now as we speak. But in all honesty, I don't know how they're gonna react when Sami Zayn comes back as a champion back in the States. In Saudi Arabia, they love him, so yeah, that's awesome. But he's going back in the States when they do their show on SmackDown. Like, it's gonna be so controversial. It's gonna be, I think, 10% cheers and then 90% boos. Or maybe 50-50. Or 60-40. Or 80-20. Either way, it's gonna be controversial, and it's gonna be a little bit hectic when he goes back into the ring as a champion. I really don't know. I really don't know. But I'm nervous, and I just hope that it just all ends well for people, and maybe no one gets hurt or injured, or someone get someone gets a cut on their face and they're bleeding in the middle of the match. Well, after Night of Champions, for all my AAA fans out there, AAA last night was amazing as usual. I mean, dope promos, dope matches, a way to start the freaking show with Battles de Mal, the history behind it, them go them getting the call and now being in an awesome faction, creating recreating history again. Psycho Circus now has another enemy on their hands. And on top of that, main event fight of Lola Vice defending the NXT Women's Championship against one of Los Toxica girls. I mean, what a freaking show! What a way to start it and what a way to end it. Undertaker, Rey Mysterio, for all the creative teams out there, the producers, the owners, you guys are doing amazing. I cannot wait to see what you guys do next week. And I'm so happy I am a fan of AAA. And I'm so excited to see more luchadors fighting every single Saturday. It's gonna be awesome. Leading up to Triple Mania, where day one's gonna be in Las Vegas, and day two is gonna be in Mexico, where Dirty Dominic Mysterio is going to defend the AAA Mega Championship in the main event. WWE, you gotta get your crap together because AAA is beating you. I think every time, every week, every show, they are beating you. And yes, it's on YouTube, but at the same time, I think they have more numbers on YouTube than you guys do on Netflix or the USA Network. I'm sorry, but I'm just being honest here and I'm speaking my opinion about it. So, Night Champions was a little bit meh. AAA last night, freaking amazing. Now we only have, I think, a month or two before SummerSlam. But before SummerSlam, we have Saturday main events. We have a Sunday main event coming up soon. And then on top of that, we have champions being crowned, King of the Ring being crowned, Queen of the Ring being crowned. Matches are going to be announced sooner than we know for SummerSlam or Saturday main event, depending on what's happening thus far before SummerSlam comes around in August. Either way, be on the lookout because it's going to be crazy and it's going to be intense. That's all I have for today, guys. Be sure to watch Monday Night Raw. It will start at a specific time since it will be in Atlantic City, where it will start at 6 Eastern, 3 Pacific. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be hectic. And I cannot wait to see Roman Reigns appear again on Monday Night Raw. Hope you guys have a great Sunday, and I'll talk to you guys soon.